Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome back to the AndParlay Podcast, presented to you by Basehead, sponsored by Wrong Way. I am your host, Michael Alln. Welcome back, man. I'm so happy to have you guys back with me, man. And you can see I'm out and about, you know. I'm not in the studio, so we made a quick little trip, and I'm down here with a special guest with me today. My beautiful wife, Miss Keely Michell.
I'm back.
She's back. For those of you who started with AndParlay, you know this thing started with me and my wife, and she came to grace us, you know what I'm saying, with another special guest appearance. I'm so happy to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. So look, y'all know how we do, man. This is the only place where you can do what? Politic, pop shit, and parlay. Let's get into it. You ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
All right, we got a bunch of real cool topics that we got to cover this week. Some stuff you might know about, some stuff you may not know about, but I'm gonna do my best to try to fill you in. All right?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm gonna need your energy to come up a little bit. I'm gonna need you to, like, you know what? No, hold on. AndParlay is the place where we chill. We chill, we relax, we enjoy ourselves.
My parlay.
That's your parlay?
My parlay.
I'm gonna need you to pipe it up a little bit though. Just a smidge. There, whoa. Whoa, I didn't expect that one. There we go. Hey. We piped up. How you been? How you been feeling?
Big bag.
Huh?
Bagman.
Big bagman? That's what we
little bagman.
Breaking news?
Yeah.
Breaking news. Third time's the charm. Yeah.
Exciting.
Super exciting. Yeah. I don't know if you remember when AndParlay Podcast started, you were pregnant.
Also bigger.
You were a big bagman.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right. So, you know, she's been killing the mom life, being amazing. We appreciate her. We tell her every day.
Oh, he does.
Right?
Thank you so much. I appreciate being appreciated.
For sure.
I appreciate you.
For sure. All right. Well, look, I can't let you off the hook. We got to pop this shit. You ready?
I'm ready.
Listen, the news has been going crazy, and I could go on the normal topics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just had an election,
mm-hmm.
but I don't really want to touch that right now. Right? A lot of people.
A war.
A lot of people not happy.
We are at war at home right now.
So I'm not going to jump in that too much.
Safe.
But it's another war brewing. But this person is always in war with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, I came across a video with Wack 100. You know Wack 100, right? Wack 100 out the West Coast, Big Pyru. He was on What's Going On podcast. And he went crazy on Tupac. Now, those of you who've been watching the podcast, who've been linked in, listening and or watching the podcast, you know we've covered. Tupac had another beef. I don't know if you knew. Apparently, Michael Jackson. And Tupac, you know what I'm saying?
I heard about that.
Mike Jack put hands on Pac. You know what I'm saying? So here we go again. Somebody throwing Pac name in their mouth. Wack 100 went real crazy on Tupac. And I ain't going to talk too much about it. I want you to hear it from the horse's mouth. Check this out.
Bro. Pac ain't nobody, bro. Don't get me started on the Pac. Pac
Okay.
had great music. He was a liar.
All I said.
He was a follower. He was a liar. He was a follower. The nigga talked about killing kids.
Don't
Said,
grow.
my fofo, make sure all your kids don't grow.
I think that
He said it.
say
Niggas go to the Bay, he got a Gumby top with a flower shirt dancing. He go back to New York, he got the baggy jeans and the Tim's on. He go to LA, now he blood and MOB and dead in 11 months. Away with he was a fraud, he was a follower. Like inside of his music, Pac ain't nobody to glorify. What y'all capping that he shot at the police? So you wanted to get just gonna say Pac shot at the police too. You that right? You brought that up. Shooting at the police is known as 12 undercover squad car walking up on him gunning him. If you shoot at two white boys that you later find out is off-duty police, ain't shooting at the police. But Pac was a dummy that couldn't live past 25. Who died with 100,000 but had multi-platinum albums. His business wasn't right, his mind wasn't right, and he was a hypocrite on what he was talking about. Black Power, M.O.B., Paul Roof. Which one is it?
It's unfortunate.
Did you hear that?
That's unfortunate.
He said Pac had the Gumby. He went for my man because Pac did have a Gumby.
He sounded like a jelly bean.
What do you mean he sound like a jelly?
Like he was jealous.
Oh, that's some girl lingo right there. He sound like a jelly bean. AndParlay fan, we done got a new phrase.
He sound like a jelly bean.
Jelly bean.
I mean, everybody has their own perspective. You don't know what's going on behind the scene. I mean, I know a little bit about Wack 100. I don't know him entirely, but that's a lot of shade.
He said he was a dummy.
That's a lot of shade.
He said he was a dummy who died broke and didn't make it past 25.
Whoa, what are you doing, Wack?
I can't agree with you, Wack. Pac wasn't no dummy, man. Pac wasn't no dummy. And then the statement that he made, was it Black Power or was it M.O.B. or was it Thug Life? A few things can be true at the same time.
All of the above.
You could be all of the above. Especially Pac was a Gemini.
I will say, Pac was definitely a Gemini.
He's a Gemini.
I will say the whole M.O.B. movement,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I can understand how that's a little bit contradicting, but
I think you could be all the above. I think you can have a period in your life where you with the shit.
You can definitely grow.
You can have a period in your life where you like, you know what, we got to do better and we got to make change.
And it's hard to piss you off.
You have a period in your life where you be like M.O.B.
Girls could be treacherous.
Right? I mean, we got to pay attention to how Pac got to the point where how he got to that point. Because he started off with, the Dear Mamas, the Brenda Had a Babies, and all these different things. Pac then got incarcerated. Somebody claimed that, he did some things that he wasn't supposed to do. We can't really say the words here. You know what I'm saying? He did some things he wasn't supposed to do. And when that happened, it was said that Pac, and this came from, Jasmine Guy, from a different world. She housed Pac, when she got shot at one point. And so I remember, I think, please forgive me if I'm misquoting, but I believe I kind of got a gist of it, that Pac was brokenhearted. He was disappointed in the way that his women, Black women, who he spoke highly of, who he fought for, turned their back on him from his perspective. Mm-hmm. So from his perspective, at that point, Pac, he flipped the switch.
Got played.
He got played
over women,
And it was M.O.B., it was Thug Life. But Thug Life, here's another thing that a lot of people don't know. Thug Life wasn't just about being like a gangster. Thug Life was actually talking about being more like his roots, the Black Panther roots, right? Afeni Shakur, Sada Secure, he comes from a long lineage of, people who stand up for us. Mm-hmm. So he was saying, if they're going to look at me like a thug, then I'm going to be the thug, right? But I'm going to be the thug that can evoke change, that can make people follow me into greater things. He just happened to use the music. But I do think Pac may have got lost a little bit.
It's easy to spiral.
Yeah.
When you go down that road and you are accepting labels.
Yeah.
Instead of speaking up and standing up for yourself and saying, I'm not this, I'm that. I'm pissed off because y'all are this.
Right.
And so it gets a little tough to stand in that. And his life ended, unfortunately. But he wasn't no dummy. He wasn't.
Nah, he wasn't nobody's dummy.
Come on now.
And I think that's very disingenuous of Wack to make the statement that he was a dummy and to go off like that. But it's in line with the character of Wack. Wack will pop off about anything and everything.
Green Jello.
And the internet don't cut him no shorts, no breaks. You know what I'm saying? People in the comments really throwing haymakers.
I mean, what did you expect?
Yeah. But I think
Pac wasn't a nobody crazy. Like,
I think one thing that Wack knows how to do is he knows how to garner attention.
Get the people going.
Get the people going.
For sure.
Yo, if I had that Kanye drop right now, I would play that drop. He really knows how to get the people going. Master marketer. I think to be a master marketer, you got to be somewhat of a manipulator. Because marketing plays with the temperature and the feelings of the people.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Wack.
That was Wack.
Wack, that wasn't it, bro. That wasn't it. All right, look, man. Hopefully, don't too much rain fall from this one, because there's a lot of people who don't play about Pac.
Oh, I mean,
a lot of people who don't play about
he
Pac.
don't catch you.
And it's a lot of affiliated people who don't play about Pac. So the last thing we need is a bunch of red and blue colliding, especially when we see a lot of red and blue come together out there in LA. Kendrick brought a lot of people together. Yeah. The music is bringing a lot of people together. We don't want a lot of crash outs.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's some crash test dummies out here ready to go real stupid. Right? Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
All right. The next topic. Now, look, I'm going to preface this with, I know sometimes I bring these topics that are a little delayed in terms of the news cycle, right? But I think because we're both artists, for those of you who don't know, my wife is a wonderful singer, guitar player. She plays the piano, dope artist. Me, myself, I too share in the arts, singer, music producer, mix engineer, blah, 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 blah. So we do this. So I think that when this finally came across my radar, I think it was a good opportunity to pop it about this one. Especially since, we've lived in LA. We've worked in the business. We've worked around a lot of people, names and XYZ. Not that we looking to throw names, but just to say we have experience in this thing, and we understand how people kind of maneuver and think about this conversation. But Nicki Minaj, basically, she crashed out and she was upset. She's been on this thing called Station Head, which is like a internet kind of radio station type of vibe. So she's been on Station Head and she's been really just kind of showing her personality, voicing her opinions, talking about a lot of artists and different issues that, come across her heart, talking about such artists, or insinuating, because she doesn't really say people's names verbatim. There's a lot of like connections to the conversation. So like she did one about Drake and Lotto, because Drake did a song with Lotto. And she didn't necessarily think Drake should have did the song with Lotto because she don't fuck with Lotto. So why should Drake do the song with Lotto? Then you got Ice Spice and JT, and her and Ice Spice fell out. Apparently she was supposed to sign Ice Spice. They did a record together. Ice Spice did an interview, talked about how the shit was looking funny in the light, how she ain't really talking to Nicki. Of course, Nicki don't like that. JT, she dropped some subs about JT. Meg Thee Stallion. She dropped some shit about Meg. So she has the she keeps doing this, right? So I came across this one where, I don't know if you know, Nicki Minaj back in 2023, she started a record label called Heavy on It. Nicki Minaj has been in the game over 15 years. And so now she has taken the reins where she wants to sign artists and she wants to create her own Young Money, Cash Money type of thing. Heavy on It, from what I believe, is a joint venture between 10K and, I think Epic, but I could be wrong Capitol. I think it's Capitol Records and 10K joint venture make Heavy on It. Mm-hmm. And she was supposed to sign Ice Spice. That ain't happen. And apparently there's some issues. Mm-hmm. So Nicki went on Station Head and
crashed this.
And she had to, she put the helmet on. She put the helmet on and spoke on a few things. So I'm going to play you 2 clips so you can kind of get a gist of what's going on. You go to the first one.
And don't ask me about nobody. Don't ask me about nobody, please. All right? If you don't see someone around me, if you don't see me talking about someone, if you don't see me playing any music with someone, don't ask me about them, okay? Go and talk to them. Leave us alone. Because the truth of the matter is, y'all don't want to know the truth of the matter. So that's why y'all always end up having to learn for yourselves and see for yourselves. Meanwhile, I've already been like, boop, bye. And still very much blessed and very much peaceful. Okay?
It's such a character. I kind of love it. I kind of be like, Nicki, what? But okay. Can we hear the next clip?
Well, before we go to the next clip, I personally don't care for the characters.
Well, I mean, you have to
hear
a theater baby to really appreciate the dynamic,
right,
of the role and the expression.
Mm-hmm.
Because
my mama used to tell me, she used to say, boy, stop trying to understand crazy. The only way you can understand crazy is you have to be crazy.
Okay.
For those in the audio world, I went ahead and pointed over to my wonderful wife. I don't understand that level of crazy. I get why people are entertained by it. But I'm going to tell you something. It kind of gets under my skin.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
I think that's why people have, strong opinions about her, either left or right.
Yeah. All right, let's check out the next clip.
Okay.
A motherfucker will tell somebody they don't really want to, you know what I'm saying, sign with Heavy on it, but then they'll go and sign with the white peoples. And guess who the white people's finna call? Always. Oh, Nika Tanya Mirage, Betty. Oh, they always make sure they get get the attention of the barbs. So you would be surprised, and I'm not talking about doing ad-libs on any songs, if their name is not on the Pink Friday 2. They're not a Heavy on It artist.
So if their names are not on Pink Friday 2, mm-hmm. They're not a Heavy on It artist. Mm-hmm. That's a innuendo to Ice Spice. Mm-hmm. She played her Big Joker. Mm-hmm. You know what the Big Joker was?
What? About them calling her?
The race car.
Oh, right. If
you don't sign,
right.
Said motherfuckers want to go and Then I sign with the heavy on it, but they want to go sign with the white people.
You want to go? You want me to go?
Please, you're my guest. Go ahead.
First and foremost, I can't speak for anybody else, but I personally don't think I would want to sign to someone who doesn't seem very emotionally stable. For one, race aside, didn't matter if he was white or black. My girl, she sway a little heavy. So that's one thing. And then, labels are difficult too, You got people who, artists like Nicki who start their labels and you're playing with people's lives, It's a lot that goes behind being a record label. That's not just being an artist. And a lot of times it's not very beneficial to sign artists because artists are worried about themselves.
Facts.
So I'm sorry, Nicki, that, I don't know what she put into Ice Spice and, what their situation and relationship was before all the riffraff. Because I can understand how it could be frustrating to pour into somebody you think they're going to, support you in that way. Yeah. And for it to not feel, reciprocated. But I don't know, sis. I do not know. I would want to be signed somewhere that's very secure. And yes,
very demure. Very curtsy.
Yes, you are Nicki Minaj, but you're not the only path. You're not the only way, And she does have a very heavy following. They're very loyal to her. But that's not to say that all your fans will be loyal to anybody that you sign, That's not to say that you got the blueprint to everybody else. Because
we've seen this. We've seen this with Eminem. We saw it with 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah.
We've saw this before.
Oh, yeah.
Just because fans like you doesn't mean they're going to like the artist that you bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you just leech onto an artist that's already popping, that already created a vibe. Mm-hmm. When you bring a new artist to the table, people are there because they want you.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll accept what's around you as long as it's around you.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not the best way to get your own footprint.
Nah. Oh. Not at all.
Sorry, Nicki.
Yeah. So for me to play the race card on it, okay, hold on, Nick. I'm going to say this. She has a point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say she has a point. Because I would say she has a point just because, yes, there are people who find that there's more opportunity with the corporate structure than rocking with people they know or their own people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Right? At the same time, sometimes we have to analyze why people feel that way.
Okay.
Because it's not just by happenstance.
And it's not even just a black and white thing of like, oh, if this is a white corporate thing, or you know what I'm saying? Like it can be a black company. Like people don't mind signing to Jay-Z because Jay-Z's kind of like a little more sound.
Jay-Z don't go on rants about people.
a little more savvy when it
Nicki, we just watched you go crazy on people for Lil Wayne not making the Super Bowl. We just watched you disrespect Jay-Z.
You're a crash out.
You burned a lot of bridges.
What?
Now, for a person who burns a lot of bridges, I get her standing on the backs of her fans. But I don't know how far that takes you in terms of being able to take your business and facilitate other people. Cause you kind of make it's like 50 Cent. When G Unit was with 50, you had to be with 50. Any beef that 50 had, you now adopted all that beef with 50. And if 50 seen you chilling with anybody that wasn't gang, it was a problem. Mm-hmm. So when Nicki Minaj is creating all this turmoil in the business, any artist that signs with her
look in the mirror,
adopts that beef. And you got to ask yourself, do you want beef with Universal? Do you want beef with Sony? Do you want beef with Atlantic?
Everybody.
Do you want beef with Live Nation?
Like, why are you beefing with everybody? Who does she like?
Like Live Nation is
Eve was nice to her.
The controllers of all the venues. Do you want to beef with Live Nation? Because when you beef with Rock Nation, you are beefing with Live Nation as well. So I'm just, I don't know, Nick. I don't think it's just people want to, side with the white folk.
No. You got to look at yourself.
I think the characters that you portray.
the very many, the plenty.
You start to believe them. And listen, it's no disrespect to Nicki Minaj. I think that she's earned her spot in the stat book. You know what I'm saying? She's in the rafters. Her jersey is up there. She put up numbers. She's rapped with the best of them. She sold millions of records. We're not going to step on you like that. It's no disrespect to you that way. We're just talking about the things that maybe other people ain't saying to you because
you Nicki.
Because you Nicki.
Like you could crash out at any moment.
Yeah, I mean. So, huh? Right. Don't do it. Don't do it. But then again, hey, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Pipe it up. You feel me?
And then I think that's a thing too, where it's been like a decent amount of time where she has been popping at least a decade, right?
Yeah.
She could have started this label thing a little sooner, and it might have been better and more lucrative for her because a lot of people wouldn't have gotten a chance to see.
Yeah, it's just like Drake with OVO. A year after he dropped his album, he jumped on OVO. Yeah. So, might be too little, too late, but
maybe not.
We wishing you, we sending you all peace, love, and positivity and energy.
He's still Nicki Minaj.
He's still Nicki Minaj.
Can't take that away from us.
But yeah, you might want to chill. You know what I'm saying?
She doesn't.
No,
she doesn't.
She don't have no chill. No.
It's not one of her characters.
All right. Look, let's jump off of Nicki. Let's get to something a little lighter. Mm-hmm. Look, you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is? Mm-hmm. Like genius, acclaimed scientist. I'm just gonna put the scientist on it because it could be like an astrophysicist. I don't know his exact title. I just know the dude is brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Black man, by the way, right? He recently, I think he was on CBS, and he had a very interesting take about galaxies. And I want to play it for you, and let's talk about it. All right?
How many galaxies are out there?
So there was a day when one would have said billions and billions. But no, we've gotten better data since then and better telescopes. So now it's trillions and trillions.
How could it be?
And each one, like our
trillions of galaxies, trillions of like Milky Ways, right?
Yeah. So you add up all the stars and all the galaxies.
Trillions.
There'd be more stars than grains of sand in all the world's beaches.
God.
And you can calculate approximately how many grains of sand there are, and I've done that. And put whole grains of sand in your hand, and it's like you can't count them.
So we're not alone.
Not likely, no. Not in any way. I mean, we're looking for life in our backyard, okay? But we're looking right now, at least for microbial life, in the subsurface frozen oceans of Europa. NASA just launched a mission a week ago, 10 days ago, to go They have ice penetrating radar to see if there's anything swimming down there.
Right, but in terms of vastness of the universe and how far we're penetrating in terms of exploration, we're basically looking in the plants that are on the windowsill when we're washing the dishes. I mean, we've gone no distance.
I could not have said it better myself. And just because we haven't found anything yet, we've barely begun to look.
How many?
I like that. I like that last part that the correspondent said. He said, our understanding of the universe is similar to us sitting and watching plants grow on the windowsill. That's about as far as we've been able to look. Meaning that if you can look past that, look down the street at Miss Mary, Miss Mary down there watering her plants, we would love to be able to see that far. Mm-hmm. We haven't even grasped how big this entire universe is that we're living in. Mm-hmm. So then what poses the question is like, why are we so arrogant?
Ooh. Honestly, it's ignorance. A lot of times, when you don't know better, that's all you know.
Yeah.
So it's just us. But I'm a sci-fi nerd. So
right.
I geek out over stuff like that. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Trillions of galaxies.
Gorgeous. And another life, I would have been an astronaut going to go research all this.
And what makes a galaxy, though?
All the stars.
It's the stars, but each galaxy has a sun. Mm-hmm. So there's an orbiting, whoop the wham. That's scientific, by the way. Whoop the wham is scientific. You know what I'm saying? Scientific. Look that up. Whoop the wham. So there's a bunch of whoop the whams, you know what I'm saying? And there's a sun. So think about our galaxy, how many planets we have, the millions of stars we have, the sun that we have, and to understand that there's trillions of these. Mm-hmm. They talked about the ocean. Have you heard some of the things that are down in the ocean? Heard about? There's a squid in the ocean.
The aliens are there.
It's like an alien squid, right? Yeah. His legs are like 2 football fields long.
I think I've seen it.
He attacks sperm whales. That's what he eats. It eats sperm whales.
Is she?
She? That's what it eats. Sperm whales. It attacks sperm whales. Okay? Like, it's crazy down in the water. You know me, I respect water. I don't play with water. Yeah. I drink a lot of water, but I don't play with water. No.
It's a whole nother world.
It's a whole... Several different universes may be present in the water.
As above.
So what? We don't play around with them. So when you think about how many universes it is, and this notion that it's just us and that we're so elite and supreme in all of our understanding.
It's beyond our understanding.
And I think, not to get too esoteric and or religious, I think that when we understand this, we might want to look at our belief systems and how we judge, how we shame, how we treat each other, because we could possibly be, most likely are, wrong about everything we understand. Just saying.
Yeah.
We might want to lean into like playing it cool.
Yeah. Well, humble yourself.
Yeah. And the way some of these people look out here.
Shut up.
I'm just saying some of y'all.
Shut up.
Y'all got to be aliens.
They're from somewhere.
Y'all got to be. I'm convinced.
That's not nice.
It's too many woo-wop the whams out here.
That's not nice.
The scientific term. Woo-wop the whams.
It's got too many meanings.
What? Woo-wop the wham?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so listen, man, I don't want no trouble with none of you aliens out there.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it cool. I'm cool with you. You cool with me.
You're wrong.
But it's trillions of galaxies out there.
Yeah.
We got to do some more research.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that was lighter. I had to get
It's
off
fine.
of Nicki for a moment. We had to go to something that was a little lighter. Guess what, though?
Guess what, Nicki? It's billions and trillions of galaxies out there, but not just you. Sorry. Okay.
I'm not going to say shots.
We was off of it. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, but since you're throwing shots.
Moving forward.
Since you're throwing shots, we're going to move forward. And I had said we was getting off the bullshit, right? But we got more bullshit to talk about.
Okay.
You seen the Drake video?
Oh,
No
God.
face? No face. No face. You seen that, right?
Hard song. He can make great songs.
You thought that was a hard song?
Well, I think he makes bops.
That was a bop?
It can be considered a bop.
I'm asking her a direct question.
Oh, and I answered.
I'm saying,
it can be considered a bop.
you think it's a bop?
I think that it's good music, but I don't really support. I'm not really like. Okay, so my opinion about Drake has always been that he's an actor. Like,
He's a very good actor.
He's been acting for y'all for a very long time. You met him on DeGrasse.
How long are we going to let him act tough?
What?
I'm saying, you say, because it was perfect. It's a setup.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
was a setup.
How long you going to act up and how long we going to keep falling for this with your bubos?
You saw him with the Bobos the other day?
Be for real. You
But
not
Snoop wore Bobos.
You not Snoop, first of all. No.
No?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
He's not looking out here, feminine out here, person is
No, I ain't never seen Snoop look like he wear lip gloss.
Snoop didn't wear bubbles and shoulder pads.
Bobos and shoulder pads is sick. Bobos and shoulder pads?
It's too much.
Dang.
It's too much. Like how Nicki can play these roles, you're failing at it, Drake.
Bobos and shoulder pads, Drake. Come on,
cute.
bro.
That's not cute.
That's not you're not the same guy who did the started from the bottom. That got a lot of energy. So I was telling you,
he did not start from the bottom. Sorry.
No, that's a fact. I was telling you that video, the No Face video, reminded me of the Energy video. I think there was a lot more animation and things going on in the Energy video, but this seems like a continuation. Energy video was 9 years ago. That was pre Kendrick Lamar.
And you still playing too, but nobody's paying
Cooking
any attention.
Pre Kendrick Lamar.
Because Kendrick guarantees you.
So I'm saying, now that Kendrick came, and remember they was saying they was calling him the Boogeyman. Boogeyman came. Can we really buy No Face? Because you know what No Face means, right?
No, we cannot buy No Face, No Case from Drake. They gonna still play it in the club, and it's still gonna be people to sing along because you know how to. Well, now we've also proven that people know how to make songs for you.
Whoa. Okay, abort. 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 All right, Drake. We gonna leave. She came in. You know, women get you know how women mouth get they don't hold nothing back. Cause there ain't really much you can do.
I'm sorry.
So, Drake, we don't buy it.
Never bought it, Drake.
No Face, No Case.
Never bought it, but you make great songs.
I thought the video didn't really correlate.
He sings. He's a great
I like Drake.
performer.
Drake with the melodies.
You like Drake with the melodies? Well, I'm a woman, so I don't really see the differences of like.
I don't like Drake when he act tough.
And I can recognize that. But I'm just saying as far like as it's not I'm not as I don't know if affected is the right way. Because I'm like, I don't think that you're really affected by Drake, but like
Not at all.
But how, you can
I don't wear bubbles.
I don't mean like that.
And I don't wear shoulder pads.
I don't mean like that. I mean like how he's like, it irritates you that he's still playing tough. Like I can get past it. I can just be like, I can relate. I can be like, oh, I got beef with whatever. I'm gonna sing this Drake song because the lyrics is catchy, melody is cool, whatever. It's Drake. I don't really give a fuck.
Did you remember? Y'all remember earlier in the episode, she had said that that you have to be a theater kid.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is again one of those situations where
Drake,
she understands.
Nicki, weren't they at one time?
She understands the acting.
They're great actors.
As we move on, thank you very much for that topic. Let's keep it moving. So, next up.
Can they save each other?
Next up.
Can Nicki and Drake save each other?
She's not even going to let me transition out of this. Can we get out of this?
Sorry.
Next up. Glorilla is nominated for 2 Grammys.
Love that for her.
Best rap song, best rap performance.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that?
I think that's good. That's great. I think that she had the world in a headlock.
Yeah, Glow. I love that Yeah, Glow record.
Love it.
It's fire.
Yes.
And I like her personality.
Yes.
I think
like
she seems very
funny.
genuine.
I think her accent is just like...
It is super cute. Love it. Yeah. Her accent is super cute.
I think the world loves Glow.
I think
she's the hood's sweetheart.
I think the world loves authenticity when it comes to people like Glow.
Yeah.
I don't know if they like it from everybody, but Glow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So Glow is nominated with some heavy hitters, though.
Mm-hmm.
She's nominated with Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
She's nominated with Common and Pete Rock.
Mm-hmm.
She's in there with Doechii. Nissan Altima with Doechii.
Another hair clap for Doechii. I love her. Sorry, go ahead.
You know your claps bleed into mics.
Sorry. You're a sound engineer.
I am. Really so we have to.
Really good.
Thank you very much. So she's also in there with Eminem. Mm-hmm. His latest record, Houdini.
Mm-hmm. You all right?
Like That. Future Metro Boomin, and of course Kung Fu Kenny.
Banger.
And
Not Like Us.
The Coup d'etat. Not Like Us. I think at this point she's gonna have to just be happy with the nomination.
Because that is great.
Right?
Yes, you gotta start somewhere.
Do you see Glow's records beating Like That or Not Like Us?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Not Like Us kind of took it.
You sleepy?
I'm just saying, like, I'm not betting on it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I was going to check your temperature. Something wrong. Like, what?
Kendrick took the world by storm.
Yeah, that's a wrap. I mean, you think anybody else in that list could see Cardi B, Eminem, Pete Rock, Common, maybe Like That? It could be. I think it's between Like That and Not Like Us.
I think Not Like That. I think Like That was a banger too.
Because Not Like That was the shot that brought us Not Like Us.
Yeah, but Not Like Us was the bomb.
No, it was the bomb.
It
definitely was the bomb.
It exploded.
Yeah.
And Drake's face.
So I think that Glow, she got to be happy with the nom.
Yeah.
And I think that says a lot about what she's doing.
And I'm really happy for Glow, but I'm really happy for Doechii too, because she's a great artist.
It's Doechii, not Dolce & Gabbana. It's Doechii.
I'm sorry, Doechii. My bad, girl.
It's all right. We all mess up names at times. I messed my own name up at times. I mean, with the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she's so good. I love her music.
Yeah.
And I think that she is, I don't want to say she's underrated, but I think the world isn't as hip to her.
Doechii?
Yeah.
Well, Doechii falls under, she falls under the TDE camp. Mm-hmm. And the TDE camp, to me, really believes in artist development. Mm-hmm. So it's not a lot of people hip to her because the TDE camp goes through a slow burn, right? They introduce you in a way that makes it so that the people who find you stick with you.
Right. And that's
and so
the best way to go.
Yeah, she's getting her slow burn on.
But that's big.
That's amazing.
I think
that's amazing.
That's one of those things, where people be like, who's this artist? Why they get nominated for a Grammy? Yeah. And then you hear them, you be like, oh, okay. I get it.
And I love the title of the album, she didn't call, it's not really an album. It's like a mixtape. Alligator Bites, Never Heal. That's Doechii's latest project. I love that title. It actually inspired me to rename my upcoming project because I like the fact that you did something that was like more thought provoking, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just like ordinary alligator bites and everything.
And I think what really gets me for her is that you could tell she's like a true creative.
Yeah.
Like she cares about her art.
She cares about hip hop. Like she cares about hip hop.
Yeah.
She could have made a new sounding project, but lyrically and the things that she did, she stayed true to the traditional hip hop with production and the sonics that were updated, but she kept it real hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying a lot. Mm-hmm. That puts her in the conversation with the Rhapsodies, right? Where Rhapsody, being a female MC, I'd use that with the air quotes loosely, she gets the respect from MCs and say, no, she's an MC. Wow. We're not going to place her in the corner of female. We're going to put her in that box. Mm-hmm. She a spitter. Wow. And I think if Doechii stay on her path, she's going to be in that conversation where it's not like, oh, there's another female rapper. It's going to be like, no, here's another dope rapper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of them.
She's well received. You know, there are some artists who, you know, you kind of keep them in the box, and there are some artists who can cross over. And I think that she's like a crossover artist who stays true to her art. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And do I want to say this?
Well, what?
And other people love the mahogany girl. You know what I mean? Like, you think about some of the illest top models in the world, it's usually that super dark girl who can pull off that look. And we saw her walking around in NY to a lot of these pop-ups in kind of like the Kanye-esque, you know what I'm saying, looks, very minimal. And people were just praising her just because of her look. You know what I'm saying?
I love that for her.
Yeah. So I think that she has that working for her. That helps her crossover appeal.
As a dark skinned girl, I love that for us.
Yeah, I'm with that. You know me, I like chocolate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? All right, let's move on. Now look, this is something that I just did this. I just talked about this in the last pod. But let me give you the backstory. You know Thug Home, right? Mm-hmm. You know Thug Home with some harsh stipulations, right? Thug, just giving her the backstory. Thug got sentenced to 40 years, 5 years time served for the time he spent in court. And then he was released on probation. His probation is 15 years. If he violates his probation and the judge violates him, he has 20 years on the back end that he has to serve, physically serve. A few of his stipulations were that he couldn't be around other felons, couldn't be around loaded weapons unless, you know, he had paid security. He couldn't talk about things in his music that led to or insinuated gang activity, street life activity. Mm-hmm. So he recently, you know, got out, went on Twitter, you know, won't touch the people. I'm free. Real plea deal, Jack. All right, cool. That was light. Then he made another tweet that kind of insinuated that him and Lil Baby was about to drop something on these rats. And then just recently, he retweeted a tweet that was back in the gap about him and Gunna. And the tweet was, Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy. Mm-hmm. Now, he quickly deleted that tweet right after he put it up.
Yeah, because calm down, sir.
Now, here's the thing. I said this last pod. This insinuation that there's an issue between him and Gunna can really lead to him getting jammed up.
Like, calm down. What are you doing? Go sit under Will Smith. Or go get with Glorilla, and Kirk Franklin. Like,
she did get with Kirk Franklin.
Switch it up, bruh.
Hey, Kirk, stop gyrating on stage. Kirk.
But for real, you out by the grace right now.
Kirk.
Chill out.
You know what people say?
But you know, some people just can't be saved.
I love you, Kirk. But I just need you to stop gyrating on the stage. No, I'm just much respect, dog. But you got to stop doing this, man. It's just not. It's not looking like you. It's not looking good in the light, bro. But I agree. I think he need to go sit down and relax. Yeah. He needs some time because it seemed like he trying to go back in jail.
Some people can't be saved.
Damn.
He jammed for life. He bought that life.
Nah. That ain't a life you want to be about.
I mean, look, it's not realistically, but there's a large population of people who think, you know, get them straps. Oops, I'm sorry, Mike. Come on, Mike. Strap.
Yeah, I remember when I was talking to her about audio.
I do it every time.
She slaps it and then slaps her chest like it was gonna make a difference. Like,
does it make it better? I'm sorry.
No.
I don't have my degree in audio engineering.
All right, listen. So this week we gonna sum this up.
Okay.
Thug. Chill.
Take a nap.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. That's what we tell our kids. Oh, you need a nap.
You are spiraling, sir.
Go to sleep. Man, Thug, I really hope that we don't keep seeing tweets, man. I hope that don't none of this, jam you up, bro. There's a lot of people who want you here, man, and this ain't looking good, dog.
Yeah. Because
keep in mind, the atmosphere that you create can be tied back to you.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
Typically.
All right. Listen, it's time for this part of the show. You guys know it's time for Take Two. Take Two is when I scour the internet and find the dopest quotes or takes, and we give a take two on that take.
Okay.
All right. So this week's take comes from Twitter, one of my favorite places to get takes, and I want to play it for you and we can talk about it. All right? You ready? Let's do it.
You know what is a fucking superpower that not enough people talk about on here? The ability to follow your plan and not your mood. That shit, it's one of those things that's such a paradox because it's so simple in theory. Yeah, of course, if I have a big goal, if I want to lose 50 pounds, build muscle, I want to build a business, I have to do things that put me towards that just about every day, whether I feel like it or not. Simple concept. Work every day towards something, you'll get closer, right? But then you get to that point where you really don't feel like doing it, and you realize, one, your brain is not your friend, and two, this is way fucking harder in application than it is in theory. That's why I always say it isn't easy, but it is simple. These things are not easy to do, but they are simple to understand in theory. But the fact of the matter is, if you can just work towards things every day, regardless of your emotional state, you don't rely on motivation, you don't rely on being happy, you just do the thing and take the emotion out of it, whatever it is, ultimately the world is your fucking oyster. Like the last few days have been rough, and the last thing I wanted to do is make content, podcast, and definitely haven't wanted to train, and I've done all fucking three of them. And here's the beautiful thing. I know now that even though it's probably not the best progress that I could have made towards the goal, it's some. 1% rule. I probably had 20% to give every day this week, but I gave it. So that day it's 100%. And I get the me on the other side of the thing. The feeling of having done the thing you were supposed to do when you really didn't want to do it is the most incredible dopamine hit you can experience. It isn't easy, but it is simple. Don't overcomplicate it.
Awesome.
What do you think?
I think it's awesome. I think that it holds very true to everything in life. It's always discipline over motivation.
Yeah, motivation sometimes feels like you're waiting for something to give you permission to execute.
It's actually, it's like an external thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm motivated to do this. This motivated me to, no, you got to have it inside.
Yeah.
It's deeper than inspiration. You can't, because inspiration kind of dies out too. You gotta stick to it. And that's how you get the results. Baby steps lead to big jumps.
Yeah, I agree with this take because one of the things he said in the take was you realize that your brain is against you.
Mm-hmm.
What people don't understand is that when you get ready to do something, anything, your brain goes to either fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
And typically, anytime you're going to place stress on your body and or your brain says,
run.
What do you mean? Work out? Nah, that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Write that book? Nah, that's going to be boring.
Oh my gosh.
Make that song? Oh my God. Do I really want to stand in the studio for 8 hours, 10, 20, 15? Do I really want to subject myself to people's opinion about my song?
Mm-hmm.
Should I, I got to make this art? I don't have the right colors. I don't have the right brushes. It's your brain is always telling you.
It's full of intrusive thoughts.
Hey, relax, chill, bro. We don't really need to do that. Right?
Yep.
So you can't depend on your brain to tell you, all right, it's time.
Mm-hmm.
You got to set a goal. Here's the goal. I'm going to do it. I'm tired. So doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I'm tired.
Exactly.
The goal is the goal.
Right.
The gig is the gig. If you want to get to the thing, you got to get to the thing.
Got to do the work.
He said it's not always easy, but it's simple.
Love it.
That's true.
Love it. Just do it, Nike.
Now, I won't give Nike too much clout.
Well, I mean, it's a great slogan.
It is a great slogan. It is a great slogan. And I do like Nikes, but we just
and what's Adidas? What's Adidas? Like you can or something like that?
I don't know.
Yes, you can.
They did try to come up with one.
Yeah.
You got it.
You got it.
Good
you
job.
Got this or something like that.
Good job.
Yeah.
Something like, I don't know. I like you. I like Adidas too. Don't mess up no sponsorships for the.
Yes, you can. Was definitely like Obama. Or yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. See, I ain't even touching that. We staying off politics. We staying off that.
You're right.
That take two was great. Thank you so much for your contribution for that take two. I totally agree with you, buddy. You did a great job. Now, we're coming to a close. Before we get out of here, we have to do Put On. Put On is when we find dope things that you absolutely have to know about. And we are taking the pleasure to put you on to these things. Who you want to go first? You want me to go first or you want you to go first?
You can go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. This week's Put On for me is Vegan Pastry Lab in Inglewood, New Jersey. As you can see, like I said, I'm on the road right now, traveling, mixing with spinners. And we were just in Inglewood, New Jersey. And I stopped in because I went online to try to find me some vegan cheesecake. I'm vegan, by the way. This cheesecake was about 3-4 inches thick, at least 3-4 inches thick with the guava on top. It was a guava cheesecake. It was amazing. I had a breakfast sandwich from there. Mm-hmm. Sausage, egg, cheese with the hash browns in the middle. Mm-hmm. Crazy. On a croissant, on a vegan croissant. Mm-hmm. Okay. They had cinnamon rolls. They had brownies. They had cake. They had, listen to me. If y'all get a chance, if you happen to be in Inglewood, New Jersey, or you're anywhere near Newark or anywhere in New Jersey, make sure you stop by Vegan Pastry Lab.
And send me some of that cheesecake.
Man, you can find them on Instagram. You can find them on, I think it's like veganpastrylab.com. Listen, consider yourself put on. You will not be disappointed.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
What about you? What's your put on for this week?
Mine isn't as tasty. I'm gonna put it on for the moms.
Okay.
Because I'm a mom.
Right.
And a lot of times our kids like to play with Play-Doh and slime, and it gets messy. And it's very frustrating for moms because why you bring that in my house anyway?
Right.
Right. So what I like to do is let them play and have their childhood. And sometimes I just let them leave it out and just let it dry out. And if it's in a carpet, what I'm going to put y'all on to is just get you a little, it's very simple and effective. Get you a little vinegar, a little water. You can just peel it right and just come right out. Amen.
Ashe. Consider yourself put on. If you have some sticky stuff in your carpet, vinegar and water, according to Keely Michell, will alleviate your problems.
Let them kids play.
Huh?
Yeah,
that's it? Let them kids be kids.
Yeah.
There it is.
Just don't let them eat the Play-Doh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another successful episode of AndParlay, presented to you by Basehead, sponsored by Wrong Way. I am your host, Michael Alln, with my beautiful guest host, Keely Michell. We were so happy to have you here, and we can't wait to have you back next time. Make sure you come through and parlay with us. Why? Because this is the only place where you can do what? Politic, pop shit, and parlay. All right? Yeah.